Hey friends, I'm Stacey and this is Gorgeously Aging, and today I'm going to do a get ready with me, testing out some new makeup I haven't really used before and some old favorites. I am always on the hunt for makeup that looks beautiful on mature skin. For those of you brand new, I am a 53-year-old master in medical esthetician. I have spent my entire adult life in the beauty and aesthetics industry as a salon and spa owner, permanent makeup artist, and master esthetician. So today I'm going to be trying out the Fenty Beauty. This is the soft lit foundation, and I will list all the products and colors I'm using down in the video description below. When available, I will also list the links on the screen so you can do on-screen shopping if you're interested in checking out the product. I want to thank those of you who use my links. It is because of you that I can continue to make content, so thank you so much. I really, truly appreciate it. So I have already prepped my skin, done my skincare, and I will list the SPF I used. I used an Elemis SPF moisturizer today, which I really have been enjoying. I also did my Lumify eye drops, which for me are so important because I do wake up with a little bit of dry eye. So I first do a hydrating drop and then I do my Lumify drops to whiten up and brighten my eyes. So I'm going to just take a pump of this, and a little bit goes a long way. I haven't used this yet, but I think on mature skin, you're always better off opting for less foundation. So I'm going to go in with a buffing brush, start in the center of my face, and just spread this out. I like a luminous foundation, which this is, and it claims to be long wear. And I think the key on mature skin is to start with a really hydrated base. So definitely do your morning skincare and lock in the hydration from your morning cleanse with a really nice hydrating moisturizer. Of course, a moisturizing sunscreen is always really important too. I think most of us over the age of 50 start to see the signs of dehydrated and dry skin. And so I'm just gonna buff this in and make sure to get it down my neck as well. I think one of the big mistakes we make as we age, when we start to get towards perimenopause and menopause age, we use too much makeup and then we start to think we shouldn't be using makeup at all. Where if we use just a small amount of makeup on well hydrated skin, it can look beautiful. I like to take a sponge and just go over areas where product likes to collect and maybe look a little cakey, especially around the eyes and the nose. And then I'm going to take the smallest amount of the NYX Bear With Me Serum Concealer, and don't use a full pump. This a lot comes out. I literally use just the tiniest bit, like that much. And I'm just going to pat my fingers together and just dot this under my eyes and use the warmth of my fingers to work it upwards towards the lash line, just to conceal and brighten the under eye area without applying too much product. I'll also take what's left on my finger and just go over the upper eyelid, making sure to get into those dark corners of the eye. And again, just like foundation, concealer as we age, we really don't need much, just the tiniest bit. I like a hydrating concealer or a serum concealer often compared to something that dries down too matte, which can sometimes accentuate the under eye crepiness or wrinkles. I'm also going to take this and just go ahead and use this dry sponge. This is a Paw blender or Paw sponge. They're really affordable, but they're also soft when they're dry. They're not hard, so you can use it dry or wet interchangeably. I like to use it dry a lot. So I recently picked up the Milk Makeup. This is the Bionic Bronzer, and it's in Shape Shift, which is the color. And I like this because it's a gel bronzer. You don't need much, so I'm just going to put like that much on the back of my hand. And you can experiment with how much works for you. And I'm going to take the same brush, and you can see it's kind of a gel sheer consistency. So it blends in really well without being overly pigmented or overpowering on mature skin. And I'm just going to give some shape and contour to my face, starting with the cheekbones. And then I'm going to also go down my jawline and just pick up what's left on my hand. And you can certainly use more if you want. I've been liking using less lately. And then what's left, I'm going to just kind of get every last bit. And just a little pigmentation around my forehead and hairline and down the side of my nose, and just blend. And I like this because it blends in nicely. It has good pigmentation without being overpowering. It blends into the skin really well and does not accentuate fine lines, wrinkles, or texture. And then of course, if you feel like it needs a little more blending, you can go to your sponge and just blend a little bit more. Now I also picked up the Bionic Blush by Milk Makeup, and this one is in the color Infinity. Again, it's really nice and sheer. Just a tiny bit is all you need, so a little goes a long way. I'm going to use the same brush and just pick that up off the back of my hand and give a little flush to the upper part of the cheek. Now the nice thing about both the blush and the bronzer is they are buildable, so you can add more if you want a more intense look. I recently picked up a Sisely powder and Sisely blush, which I love, but these are very high-end, so they are expensive. They're beautifully made. I believe these are made in France. I like trying high-end products or luxury products just to see how they compare to some of your normal drugstore or Sephora brands. And I have to say that the quality is pretty remarkable, but you can get some much less expensive options that do a great job as well. So I'm going to use an Eco Tools brush and just go into this. It's really finely milled. I'll list the color down below, and I'm just going to set the makeup ever so lightly. I don't always use powder. Sometimes powder on the mature face can make the makeup look a little cakey or heavy. This is a very light, fine powder, and it really doesn't do that to mature skin. I recently took this on vacation with me to New Mexico, and when I was out in natural sunlight is where I really appreciated that it didn't look powdery. I'm also going to put just a little bit under my eyes and on my eyelids. And then, even though I put down a cream bronzer, I'm going to take the extra step of doing a powder bronzer. This is completely optional, but I'm going to use the YSL bronzer here. And this is the All Hours Hyper Bronze. And I will list this color down below because I cannot see it without my reading glasses. I'm going to use a Sonia Kashuk brush. These are really nice brushes from the drugstore. They're some of my favorite good price brushes in terms of the quality you get for the price. So I'm just going to reinforce that bronze a little bit. And again, going over your cream products with a powder bronzer, going over your cream bronzer with a powder bronzer is kind of an extra step if you're going to be out all day and you really want your makeup to last. But if you want a really soft makeup look, it is not necessary. Okay, I want you guys to see this Sisely blush. So the packaging is beautiful, but look at how beautiful the embossing is on this blush, and it's such a gorgeous color. So I'm going to find a brush that is a little bit softer. This is a Japanesque brush, and the end of it is nice and soft and puts the blush on in a way that it's just nice and diffused. I just think this is such a pretty color. So let's get some brows on. I do have micro shading on my brows. I have a full video tutorial on that, but I do like to add a little bit of pigmentation even though I have my micro shading. Micro shading comes in so handy when you have your no makeup days or very light makeup days, or if you're in the water, like when I was on vacation, I loved having the micro shading because I didn't look like I was browless. So I'm going to take the NYX. This is the Thick It Stick It. I've been using this a lot lately. It does give sparse brows a little bit more fullness. It has little fibers in it. And I'm just going to use this to boost my natural brow hairs a little bit, the few that I have there. I don't have much for brows, but this definitely helps amplify them. I think NYX does a really nice job for drugstore brow products. I've always gone back to NYX, even after trying some super high-end brands for brow pigments and brow pencils. All right, I'm going to use the Sigma New Mod palette. This is a gorgeous palette. I took this one on vacation. I really love the colors in this, and I'm trying to push myself into using some cooler tones, and this palette I've really been enjoying. I really, in particular, love this color here. It's kind of a taupe that has some lavender undertones, but it doesn't read lavender on the eye. So I'm going to use a fluffy brush and go into that color and just go above the natural crease and just build a little bit of definition there. This will help give the eye some lift and contour. And then once most of that pigment is off the brush there above that natural crease, I'm going to go down onto the lid and flick upward. And just repeat that on the other side, just building a little bit of shape and definition. During the day, I like to use just this color alone and not add a lot of other colors or depth. I think daytime we don't always need that intensity. I'm going to take a flat brush and get some of that color on the side of that flat brush and just go underneath the lower lash line for some lower lash line definition. I think this is the color I've used most in this palette. I've used all of them, but this is the one I use kind of on the daily. And I like to kind of swipe it up and then making sure that it kind of connects from the bottom up to the upper lash line or the upper lid. And then I'm just going to blend. I think Sigma does a really nice job with their formulas. They're buttery, they're not too powdery, they blend nicely, and you don't get much, if any, fallout. Now, sometimes I'll go into this color. Let me just show you really quick with the same angled or the same flat brush on the side. If you want a little more intensity on the outer corner, as far as depth of color, just a little bit of this. And I like shimmers for night and evening look, but during the day, I don't wear shimmers very much. I'm then going to go in with this Tarte eyeliner and just tight line here under the lower lashes, just to give a little more depth to that upper lash line. And then I'm going to use the Tartelette Tubing Mascara. This is such a good mascara, especially if you have sparse, fine lashes, which I definitely do. But I put on false lashes almost every day. Some days I go without false lashes, and this mascara definitely helps me be able to do that, but I always feel most comfortable with lashes on. So I'm just going to put on a light coat. If you like a tubing mascara, definitely try this one. I think the Tartelette is better than Thrive mascara as far as tubing mascaras. That's my personal opinion. I like the wand better. I like the formula better. And then I'm going to just hit those lower lashes here. I have a super good lip combo to show you guys that is from the drugstore. It's probably my favorite lip combo of the past like 6 months. But I'm going to pop on some lashes. I'll be right back. Okay, the lashes are on. I used the Ardell 420 lashes, which I think are so beautifully natural. I like to undermount them, which I think gives an even more natural look. I'm going to go back into my eyeshadow palette and just brighten up the inner corner of my eyes and just under the brow with a pencil brush. I'm going to use this bone color here. And just pop a little bit of that into that inner tear duct area, inner corner of the eye, and just a little bit under the high part of the brow. You can even highlight the tip of the nose with this. All right, now for my favorite lip combo. This is so affordable. It's from Colourpop. This is the So Juicy lip liner in the color Tease. That's what it looks like. It's just such a universally flattering color. I'm going to slightly overline. I like to fill in the lip just a little bit, leaving the very center without lip liner. And then we're going to go in. This is the So Juicy Plumping Lip Oil. And this one is in the color It's a Date. I've been obsessed with this. It feels so good on the lips, and it's just such a nice combo. It's not sticky. I do like to dab it a little bit. But it is such a pretty lip combo, and I love the hydration it gives to mature lips. So here is the finished result, you guys. I hope you like this look. There are some high-end expensive products in this lineup here, but there are definitely some very affordable products as well. I would definitely try the NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum. I had this years ago, didn't use it for a while, and now I'm back to it. A little teeny tiny bit goes a long way. This Fenty Beauty Foundation, I'm actually pleasantly surprised. It looks really beautiful on the skin. It's not overly heavy. I think when Fenty first started, it was back when super full coverage foundations were all the rage, and so the products that I tried when they first launched were not products that I love. This one I do really like, but again, a little bit goes a long way. Start in the center of the face, work out, and make sure the skin is super hydrated. I do have to say the Sisely products, even though they are more on the luxury price point, are very, very nice. Although on a budget, you can find some really nice products that are much more reasonably priced at the drugstore. I'm actually really happy with the Milk Makeup Bionic Bronzer and Bionic Blush. I love that they're a little more on the sheer side, so they blend beautifully without being too heavily pigmented. And you can't go wrong with NYX brow products. They are really, really good. For someone who has had cancer and hardly has any brow hairs, this really helps to take what little hairs I have, sparse hairs that I have, and make them look more voluminous. And if you like a tubing mascara, you guys, definitely try the Tartelette tubing mascara. I used to love the Thrive mascara, and this one is definitely where it's at. All the products that I use today are great products. I really do enjoy them. These are the products I took with me on vacation, and especially the Sigma New Mod palette. I've been enjoying using cooler tones as far as eyeshadow goes. Fun to push yourself out of your comfort zone if you're used to using a specific shade range. For me, that's warmer tones, orangier tones. So using tones that are a little cooler, a little more in the purple family has been really fun for me. Let me know what products you're loving, or if you've tried any of these products and what your thoughts are on them. I always love hearing feedback from you, not only on the looks I create, but also other videos you'd like to see, from makeup, skincare, and fashion. Also facial rejuvenation, which I am so passionate about. If you're looking for my facial rejuvenation DIY videos, definitely check out my Rumble channel. That's rumble.com/gorgeouslyaging. If you're not already a part of the Gorgeously Aging community here on YouTube, definitely subscribe and check to see that you are subscribed. I've had so many emails from people thinking they've been unsubscribed, and I don't know, maybe that's a YouTube thing, but I definitely would never unsubscribe anybody. Thanks for spending a piece of your day with me. I will see you in my next video.